But let's move on. The chairman of the World Federation of Development Finance Institutions is connected now with us virtually, Thabo Thamane. So I would give the word to Thabo Thamane at this point. He is, as Adama Mariko would say, somewhere.
Thank you very much, Director of Proceedings. My name is Thabo Thamane. I hope I'm very audible. I wear too many hats. I'm the chairman of the World Federation of Development Finance Institutions and also chairman of the Association of African Development Finance Institutions and CEO of SEDA. So it's not that I'm power hungry, but I'm just fortunate to be able to be given the confidence by other people. But good day to everyone and greetings from my home country in Botswana. I wish I could have been there, but because of the travel restrictions and because of the impact of COVID in my country, we are still in the process of the vaccination, which hasn't reached the herd immunity, as you may call it. On behalf of the World Federation of Development Finance Institutions, I warmly welcome you to the second edition of FIX. Let me recognize His Excellencies, heads of development agencies, and partners that have supported and graced this occasion. But before I present my statement, I would like to pay my respects to the departed souls of the Italian country due to COVID. We watched very far afield how COVID affected Italy as a country at the beginning of the pandemic. And I would like to say to all the Italians, no matter the length of darkness, the sun will always rise, and we shall stand up again and walk proudly. We hope that the situation will soon revert to near normal as more populations, especially from developing economies, get vaccinated. On this note, I would like to once again add my voice to the call for greater support from the advanced economies to the developing countries in Africa, Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific towards scaling up coronavirus vaccination in those countries. Let me express our appreciation to Mr. Tempeni, the chairman of Casa Deposit, for hosting this summit. And I thank my good old friend, Mr. Remiru, chairman of the International Development Finance Club and CEO of AFD, for his commitment to pushing this coalition forward. I recall our meeting in Washington, D.C. in 2019 on the sidelines of the World Bank annual meetings, where the World Federation of DFIs and IDFC agreed to work together with other partners in galvanizing public development banks and other development partners in the Finance in Common Summit towards scaling up solutions for the SDGs and the Paris Agreement. The World Federation of DFIs is happy with the progress that has been achieved so far since then, and following the declaration of the first Finance in Common Summit in 2020, and many coalitions have been ignited to push the elements of this declaration. No doubt, this has bestowed a lot of expectation on the public development banks in pushing forward the actualization of the SDGs and the Paris Agreement. Let me call for increased mobilization and channeling of resources to support public development banks in scaling up the intervention. And while we explore innovative and sustainable finance for public development banks, I would like to call on countries in Africa and other developing countries to channel our special drawing rights, SDRs, from the IMF towards recapitalizing the national development banks. It is the right thing to do. We look forward to a fruitful engagement and on the outcome of the summit. Let me thank you and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us, to Thabo Thamane.